Morning everyone, it's Jan, Not a Real Farm. So we had our warnings up last night again, and we have had a good hard frost. You can see it all over my grass. So officially outside planting season is definitely done, but it is going to warm up a little bit later. So this frost is going to melt, and now that this is the second time that we've gotten a frost in the last couple of days, this now for the north is the perfect time to plant garlic. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay guys, so it is garlic planting today. I usually wait for a first or second hard frost before we plant our garlic out. This garlic here that we have from our garden is called a Mateki garlic. And Mateki grows really great in this climate. It really likes cold. It's very cold hardy. And when you plant it, you're going to get a bulb that gives you sort of a really nice hot and spicy garlic. And I really like to cook with it. So these are full cloves. So we break these open and we're going to plant them. But then we also have the bulbils or the top sets of these that were saved. So now we can expand on our garlic. So I'll show you here. So what you'll get is the garlic will send up a flower stalk. And sometimes what people will do is they will use those for scapes. What I've learned is that if you leave the flower stalk and you let the flower stalk go to seed, you will get top sets. And the top sets are extremely tiny. And what you can do with these is this now is the seed or the bulb or the top set that you've harvested from the mature bulb that has sent up a flower. So you wait until the fall when you've planted these. These will send up more flower stalks. You let those flower stalks go to seed, and then you collect these. And these top sets now can be saved. And what you can do is you can actually plant these out in the fall when you plant these. And in fall, next fall, these will give me one clove of garlic. Okay, so you won't get a separated bulb. You'll get one clove of a solid garlic. And then what you'll do is you'll take this as a solid bulb and you'll replant it on year 2, and it will give you the result of a full garlic bulb. Okay, you will get, after 2 years of planting this, the top sets, you will get this. So it's a free way, an easy way for you to replenish your garlic without actually having to purchase any garlic. And so these are going to be going out at the same time today that we're planting these. I will get a single clove, replant them again next fall, and then I will get a regular clove of garlic that I can use to cook with if I want to. And that's how garlic is regenerated. Okay guys, so what I've done is I've cleared the potato bed that I had. All the potatoes are out of here. We've got a little bit of weeds just because it's been raining and a little bit chilly. So I have to clear this out, pull out these little bits of grass. But now what we can do is, once I do that, we can actually now throw in some of the 5-10-5 in here before I actually plant the garlic in, and separate the cloves, and it's all set. And all I have to do is walk away. so far. We've sprinkled in our 5-10-5 in the soil. It's a granular fertilizer, so you don't really have to do much to these. And now all we're going to do is we are going to take our cloves and we are going to put them into the soil. So one of the things that you want to remember when you're planting garlic is to make sure that you at least push them down 2 inches into the soil. If you're in a cold region like I am, you may even want to mulch over the top of your garlic to make sure that it has that extra, just that extra insulation over the winter. All of the garlic now is planted, the big cloves. And all I'm going to do really at the end of the day is come in right behind the last line of garlic is right about here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be just putting in the miniature garlic seed. They're not going to take up very much room. I'm going to just come right in behind and make 2 or 3 rows and let them mature to get that single clove of garlic. And you can actually plant pretty close because they're not going to be that big. One of the things you might want to consider with garlic when you're planting it, garlic does thrive in really cold regions, so the coldness sometimes isn't something to worry about. The one thing to worry about sometimes is if you live in a really warm region, what can happen is sometimes the garlic cloves will end up being smaller depending on the garlic variety that you planted. So just make sure that the garlic variety that you're planting is suited well for your zone. Now, that's not to say that both hard neck and soft neck don't do well, but sometimes if you plant them a little bit too early before the first frost, it's too warm and the garlic bulb will start to develop. And as a result, what will happen is you'll get smaller cloves when it starts to develop the next spring. So just something to keep in mind when you're planting garlic. So as you can see, I really don't have that many small cloves that we've saved from this variety. So what I'm going to do is, here's a little sort of ditch that I've made. I'm just going to just plunk them all right in here into this ditch, cover them up. They're still 2 inches deep, and then that will be it. And then the mateki is actually planted for the fall, and we're ready to go. So that's one variety that we've planted. Okay, so all done. The only thing we ended up with was a couple of damaged cloves. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cloves that were damaged, being taken apart. The papery husk came off. No big deal. We'll just add that into our cooking over the next several days with a stir fry or, hey, pasta, whatever you want to make. So overall, we pretty much covered the first half of our planting bed here. So we've got half a bed of garlic here. I have a little bit of spinach actually growing in the other side there, but that's not going to last very long. So we will be continuing putting in more garlic on the other side of the bin. But for today, that is it for the garlic, guys. Easy peasy simple. Just remember to consider other varieties if you're living in a warmer climate as opposed to a colder climate. Even though both will produce beautifully for you, sometimes as a result of the climate and the weather, especially the heat, it can end up giving you smaller cloves. So in that case, you might want to maybe try a soft neck. Other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for joining me today. If you liked the video, comments below, thumbs up, and hopefully see you soon.